Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fat Money Racing Association. We are in Austin, Texas, I believe, for the Circuit of the Americas. And right now, you're watching the man who's fastest here in practice, Corey Gamble, and as always, got my co-host, Josh Aldridge.
Yo,
Josh, you took up more of a position with the FMRA. Do you care to elaborate on what's going on there?
yes, I've taken on I'm overseeing fines and suspensions and all that. It's already been kind of hectic. Laid down a fine already, and the outcry from the other drivers on this fine is, you would have thought Billy would have drowned puppies or something for the outcry that the other drivers had.
Now, this outcry, was it from the drivers who were actually affected during the race?
Oh, seemed like the biggest crier was Corey Gamble.
All right, you're willing to mention names. Gamble Motorsports, they're not happy with Billy Ray Dog. Gotta wonder how that's going to play out. I think Triple C remained silent on the matter.
Oh, man. It is my responsibility, and this is my doing, so I reckon Triple C saw it as washing his hands of the situation, but no harm, no foul. I don't mind it at all. It is my responsibility, and I'm going to take it on full speed ahead.
Well, not just that, but I was more mentioning the fact that he was one of the drivers who was affected. Not even just his team, but him himself. Billy put into the wall there at Concord. So, and he took one of the nastiest crashes there, hitting the flat part of the wall, and he remained silent. So I'm guessing he's happy with the fine that was put down.
He must be happy with the fine. Yeah, he did not come to me personally behind closed doors and say anything. He must be satisfied with the fine.
Now, Billy, like you said, suspension, is that something Billy might have to worry about going forward?
Well, not only him, but other drivers as well. If they push that infield up too far, they could be threatened with a suspension. You know, that goes for not only Billy, but any driver if they choose to go the route that Billy went in Concord.
Well, you guys heard it here first. Josh Aldridge taking over the chief authority position for the FMRA, and he's taking it very seriously, as you can tell. Right now we're watching Corey Gamble trying to lay down a qualifying lap, and we'll see when this will start playing out. I don't know exactly how long this takes to lay down a lap, but pretty far here at Circuit of the Americas. Josh, rumors of next season Chicago street race here in the FMRA. How do you feel about that?
Oh, if you can, I'm excited about that. I am petitioning hard for that race.
It's going to cost the FMRA quite a big amount of money to be able to block off everything like the bigger company did, but we'll see what happens here. And I don't know why we're not getting no times across the board yet. I don't necessarily know where the line's at. I've seen several lines. I thought we've crossed one by now. I'm getting word that he just started his first lap there. You get one warm-up lap, so this was the first one.
Oh,
Trey Fanta going to be sitting at the top. Let's see if that's going to be the man that holds it. Looking at Trey Fanta here. The only person to lay down a qualifying lap yet.
This track does have all the drivers in a tailspin at the moment.
Still no other drivers have qualified. Gotta wonder when any of these other cars are going to start laying down a qualifying lap, Josh. Are any drivers going to lay down a qualifying lap, Josh?
Well, this is going to make it interesting if they don't.
Right now, Trey Fanta, the only one that's laid down an official qualifying lap.
He must have went out there the second the track was open. And the rest of the field took their precious time.
I mean, we've seen drivers going around. Trey Fanta going to pits.
It rolled. There it is. And no lap. There you go.
I'm a little confused.
That would make two of us.
Anybody? What's going on here, Josh? Everyone made a mistake besides Trey Fanta? Like what? We're just going to have them restart qualifying altogether, I think. Let's see where that goes. Trey Fanta was fastest here that first time. You see him getting out. They're ahead of everybody else. Tyler Ferguson out on the track. All right, we got guys turning laps here. Let's see what happens, Josh.
Looks like they're motioning for me around back. I need to step away for a second.
Yes, sir.
All right. I found out what the problem was.
What happened?
It was not on the driver's error. There was a malfunction in the scoring monitors, and they was not able to read times.
Well, let's hope that they got the issue fixed here as we make another lap around. Trey Fanta gonna be the one. No? I don't think I know where the The flag's out there, Josh. I'm an oval guy. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah, it is.
There it was.
There it is.
Or maybe?
And he has started his qualifying lap now. Wait, there went another one. Yep, I'm confused.
Trying our best here in the booth to keep up with all the action, but
It's like trying to keep all your ducks in a row. Almost impossible.
there is a rule in the FMRA book that if we cannot get qualifying to work here, they will put them in an order that they feel is appropriate. So, gonna have to see what happens here, Josh. Hairpin turn there. Coming around to hopefully lay down. A good lap here is Trey Fanta. Right about here should be the... No? Next turn. Give him another turn. Right here. No? Yes. Trey Fanta's laid down a lap.
Here comes another, and no.
Nobody's...
Huh.
Not a single person is going to lay down a lap, huh?
Seems like they still having trouble with scoring monitors.
We're going to give them a couple more minutes here, and if nothing goes the way planned, then, yeah, the FMRA will take over here. We can't spend too much time on this. We got a lot to do this weekend. Circuit of Americas, you're going to have to work on your timing stuff, guys. Remember, we just rent the venue. That's all we do. We're gonna watch Christopher Rich here go over the lines, and if nothing happens, yep,
Nothing.
nothing. All right, guys. Well, they've put them in an order that they feel is appropriate. And we're going to see what happens here.
Well, if that's the order, I'm not complaining. Oof. Wait. Huh.
It's all right. They'll fix that here in a couple minutes, guys. Let's go ahead and run down our order. We got the 71 of Donnie sitting. Oh, wrong button. The 71 of Donnie sitting on the pole. You got Christian Gunn next to Austin Kiesler. We got the 722 Caden Gamble in 5th. The 74 of Jarl in 6th. We got the 26 of Barry Sternparts Jr. We got the 24 of Stephen Clark. The 69 of Joseph Robinson. The 59 of Christopher Rich. The 22 of Corey Gamble. We got the 387 of Trey Fanta. We got the 57 of Bruno. We got the 95 of Brett Aldridge. We got the 00 of Billy Ray Dog. We got the 98 of Brad Miller. We got the the 007 of Jackson Beauregard. We got the 710 of Chronix High. We got the 21 of Tyler Ferguson. Got the 99 of Chris Michaels. The 5 of Aaron Aldridge. The 54 of Brandon Cook. The 001 of Mike Storm. The 1 of Rory Thompson. The 88 of Brett Rainier. And the 19 of Chris Chaos. Right now, looking at this order that they've put before us, it looks like they've mixed it up a little bit, Josh. They got guys kind of scattered through here. We've thrown some guys up at the front that we don't normally see at the front. Very Gamble Motorsports heavy towards the front.
Yeah, it is. I mean, FMRA took a gamble on Gamble Motorsports and put them up there. Let's see if it pays off for them.
This is the Dash Series for the FMRA, and we're going to watch them do exactly that with 12 laps. And I have a feeling these 12 laps might be untouched, Josh.
It's definitely going to be untouched, but also unpredictable. We got drivers up front that are normally not up there. We got drivers in the back that normally run up front. It's going to be interesting to see what transpires.
In the first season of these SKs, now called the Dash Series, Dash SKs, mods, we call them all sorts of things. But Aaron Aldridge, he's there towards the back. Another person with him is Chris Chaos. These two battled throughout the first season of the series for that championship here in the SK Series. Anything you would like to say about that, Josh?
Keep an eye on them because it's going to be interesting because if you remember, Aaron was dominant at the road courses last year.
Very dominant.
And he's in the back.
Very dominant, Josh. I mean, some of the best racing came from Aldridge Racing here on road courses, which is why I think Aldridge Racing was one of the teams excited to really get into the road courses on the other series.
Yeah, you will. I mean, they were, you know.
And you say they were, Josh, because there's a little bit of news that's been rumbling around that you might be or have already kind of took a step back from Aldridge Racing. You haven't given up your ownership yet, but I say yet, but I don't know exactly what your plans are. But I did hear you took a step back to focus more on the FMRA side of things. At the moment, I am not at liberty to discuss those rumors and lay on the rest or claim those rumors. But I'm not going to deny or clarify. Fair enough, Josh. Here in the Dash Series, the first champion crowned, Brad Miller for Michaels Miller Racing. Let's see about where he's at in this field. He's sitting at about 16th. So a little bit more than halfway. He's kind of towards the back there. What do you think we should expect to see from last season's champion, Josh?
Let's hope he can get being last year's season champ has not worked out great for other drivers from other series. Let's hope he don't have the curse. As I'm at a loss for words at the moment. I'm sorry. Just trying to. Let's just hope he can not have the curse of winning the championship last year affect him here and get together and do well.
You know, Josh, you see now Austin Kiesler going to take up to Donnie is the one that got picked for the pole. He chose the outside lane. Austin Kiesler is going to take the inside lane here. That first turn is going to be an inside turn. Do you think Donnie chose wrong, Josh?
I would say he probably did, but there's only one way to find out, and we'll find out shortly.
I mean, obviously, these drivers have gotten in some time behind the wheel. Maybe they know something we don't from up here. We are oval, more proficient in oval racing than we are here on the road courses, but we do our best. You got the 74 Jarl right there outside the top four, and then you got Barry Sternparts Jr., who Barry, I mean, former, or not former, but he is also won the Grand Stock Championship. He was the first ever to win the Cup Grand Stock Championship there, and then Aaron Aldridge was the second. So, see how this goes, and they're off!
Green flag.
And right now, the 71's going to go way wide. They get into each other!
Ooh.
And Austin Kiesler going to take off! What do you think about that, Josh?
Crazy.
Austin Kiesler right now in the lead. Let's see if we could take an outer look here. You got Austin Kiesler. You got Donnie there in second. Third, I'm going to have to get a closer look so I can tell you who is actually in third. We got the 7 of Christian Gunn. Christian Gunn in the 7. Sorry, the 722 is not Corey Gamble. The 722 is Caden Gamble. I apologize there. We got the 20. Oh! Jarl going to push Stephen Clark out of the way back here. Things going crazy, Josh. Laps here at the Circuit of Americas. Austin Kiesler, after Donnie got into him hard on the corner, has pulled away. Donnie trying to make up for that mistake. He's starting to catch him here, Josh. What do you think?
He knows this track apparently because he is catching him ever so slightly. Let's see if he can catch him. Let's see if Austin can make a slip up, make a mistake, go into a corner too hard. And if he is, he's there to capitalize on it.
Now, Donnie, this is the only series he races in, but Austin Kiesler, he's going to go on to race in trucks and in the Sportsman and in the Grand Stock. Do you think that having some time just behind the wheel of any car on this track is going to help him the rest of this weekend, Josh?
Yes and no. Yes, getting time behind the track and getting familiar with the track is going to help. But all these cars and trucks race different. They handle different. So you're not going to get an edge on handling, but you're going to get an edge over how to go about lines and preferred lines and techniques on this track.
There's a lot of things I wonder when it comes to these drivers and just what they have to go through each race. I mean, you got to be in some kind of physical condition and do physical conditioning to maintain being superior in these series. And shout out to all the drivers here and the FMRA. And Donnie can take that hairpin turn so much better, but Austin Kiesler is pulling away when he gets on them points where he can really get down to it. And that's what the FMR Fat Money Racing team is kind of known for, is more of straightaways, not so much their turning speed, but more power getting down the straights, but doing not so good when it comes to corners, as you've seen there, Josh.
Yeah, I've noticed that, and with a track with as many hairpin turns as this, and that might be their Achilles heel, and it might cause a mistake. It's just a matter of time, and let's see if Donnie can capitalize on it.
Just Austin able to get back into the throttle so much faster than the 71. Dodge and Gamble Motorsports for sure going to have to keep an eye on this. And I think this is a good time to note, so each manufacturer kind of picked their main teams. And from there, them teams help distribute and help the other teams, right? So the engines and stuff. Fat Money Racing is known for helping the other Chevys build their engines. And Gamble Motorsports is known for helping the other Dodges since that deal came about here. And then you got Aldridge Racing, which is known for the main manufacturer, or the main team helping the manufacturer Ford. And so you really just got to know the engines, right? Know the teams and know exactly what the equipment is going to do for you. And that's one thing I think these teams are still learning, Josh.
Yeah, and it's a new thing every season because there's changes to the teams, to the manufacturer, to the cars, engines, etc. You're constantly learning. Things are constantly changing, so it's hard to get a full grasp on how to go about those issues.
Right now we are 3 laps into this 12-lap race, and although Donnie is trying his best to get up around the 18, just them straightaways come and the 18 pulls away. Let's go check on some of the other drivers here, see what's happened towards the back. The 54 is out of the race. I don't know what happened to him. We'll have to get with people and figure out. I think maybe just got into somebody else on a corner. Aaron Aldridge might be who he got into with. Aaron Aldridge back quite a ways from the rest of the group. Brett Rainier is the second one, still on the track back in 23rd. Chris Chaos not too far back, not too far forward from where he started there. Jackson Beauregard is falling back. Mike Storm falling back. Chris Michaels is back here. We got Chronix High fighting to stay in front of the 001 of Mike Storm here. Mike Storm even gets pushed off into the dirt. They're going to kind of touch there, Josh. As they go into this next corner, Mike Storm's going to pull away. Chronix High falls back in another position. You got Rory Thompson, 17th. Tyler Ferguson has made his way behind Rory, actually. I don't know exactly where that's going to put him. Brad Miller still sitting about same position, Josh. Not too much has changed for that 98, the champion of last season. So I think you might be right. Champion's curse, maybe. Billy Ray Dog doing pretty good here. Christopher Rich still out here. He's fighting with Corey Gamble, the 22. I forgot Corey Gamble took over the 22 here in the Dash Series. Joseph Robinson fighting up here. It's really good seeing Brainbuster Motorsports up here in the top 10. Josh, we've seen not so much of them up in the top positions, but here as of late, they're starting to turn that around. They just added the 74 SK Mod here in the Dash Series. A couple races ago, I don't even think it's been a full season for them. Jarl, they were supposed to start at the beginning of the season, but they didn't get the car done in time. Just one of the things that happens, Josh.
Yeah, it is. It's just, like small things here and there mount up and cause delays and all that. But you're right. It's good. It's great to see them running up here, running up front, up in the top 10.
Now, we've seen that mistake from Donnie right off the front, which has really cost him. I mean, you've seen the gap going down the straightaway. That's the 18, the FMR series. They're just really good on them, getting back into the gas, them straightaways. The corners is where he seems to catch back up, but the 18 is going to pull off, and I don't know if anyone on this track, I mean, we're still getting used to road courses, is going to be able to catch him, Josh.
It looks like that lead is growing. Once he hits those straightaways, he punches the throttle, hammer to the floor, pedal to the floor, and he's gone.
The FMRA got rid of halfway cautions, but you think there's a chance racing like this could bring him back, Josh?
There's always a chance.
Something that officials probably going to have to discuss, or maybe they don't. Maybe they don't care what happens here at the road courses. I don't know. I sit in on meetings. I don't get much of a say. So,
well, there's always a chance for the halfway cautions to come back. There's always, room for change, room for growth and improvement. And if they think it's necessary, they'll bring them back.
One thing I would like to note that we're not seeing out of the 71 is now that rubber is getting laid down, watching the corners of the 18. I'll go back to the 18 real quick so you can pay attention here. Watch when he gets down on where the rubber's laid in the corners. That 18 starts to bobble. Not so much there. I mean, a little bit there towards the end, but wait till it hits one of these darker, more rubber-laid corners. The 18 starts to do a little bobble thing in the back. I don't know if that's going to be a problem, Josh, but something to keep noted for sure.
That very well may be a problem. I mean, because all it takes is one slip up and bam. I mean, because he is catching them in those corners, definitely.
You see the 18 bobbled right there coming
He
out.
bobbled
When
there.
when I took the camera off him and he bobbled. Can't really see it from that angle. You can more see it when we're looking at the 71. Let's see if you can see there, right there.
Bobble.
Yeah.
He bobbled big there.
And so that's what we need to keep an eye on here as these laps line down. 5 laps of 12. You got the 7 of Christian Gunn, who is working his way still up here. Barry Sternparts and Caden Gamble in the 722. Jarl, 6th place. Stephen Clark still sitting about 7th. Joseph Robinson here in 8th. Corey Gamble, 9th. And then you got Christopher Rich, who's made his way to 10th, and he is looking, but I don't know if he's got anything left to get back up here to be in contention for a paying spot here in the Dash Series. After the series of weeks the FMR has had, I bet they're happy just to be leading a race.
Yeah.
We seen Austin Kiesler spinning on his top. It was either last race or the race before that in the truck series, the sportsman series. So, I mean, just to be able to lead this many laps here, Circuit Americas, Austin, Texas, Austin Kiesler's pretty excited.
Pretty excited. Yeah, I mean, I know he's thrilled to keep it sunny side up, I guess you can say, right now. And thrilled to be leading this race.
Yeah, Austin involved in some, I just got this information related to me, Josh did too probably, Austin involved in some of the worst crashes this season. So to be out front and not have too much issues, I bet when Donnie first hit him, he was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. PTSD.
Oh, here we go again. But that 18 McDonald's SK is just dominating this race, Josh.
I mean, they had a plan. They executing on it, and they're showing plain dominant.
Now, I know drivers are probably going to get mad about who was picked to sit where during the start, but the FMRA has their ways. It was done in the best decision for all drivers. Nobody was favored.
Hang on. What? You know what? You know how they did qualify?
Huh.
This guy right here just telling me they drew names out of a hat.
I believe it.
Yeah. Okay, that is fair.
I believe it. I was sitting right here with Josh. Josh, you did take off for a minute, so maybe you knew something about it. But yeah, I try not to get into the FMRA business. I like my job and what I get paid. Most say I get is up here in the booth, and that's fine with me. Aaron Aldrich having a horrible day. Has fallen back 20 seconds off the leader.
He's not having a good day at all.
I'm going to guess
Bobbling all over the place.
him and Brandon Cook got into it. It's the only thing I can think about. Did Brandon Cook get back out on the track? Brandon Cook did get back out here. Cookies and Cream Racing 54 there. Is back out on the track.
Now this race is a tale of two stories. You look back here, you see these two drivers, and they're handling issues. They're bobbling all over the place, and one's having to go back and make repairs to his car. And then you got Austin Kiesler up here just dominating. You know, and had a plan and executing up to it to the fullest and dominating versus struggling. I mean, tale of two stories.
We just got relayed into the headset that they have turned off public viewing, or I guess listening, of the G.A.M.E Motorsports radios, Josh.
Yeah, I turned it there briefly, and it's not safe for child healers. Not sure what the problem is, but
So we want to apologize to anybody who wanted to listen in to one of their drivers on G.A.M.E Motorsports. We do recommend you could turn to the FMRA official channel, and from there you can listen to what they will release of G.A.M.E Motorsports during the race, and other drivers as well. But from what me and Josh are getting told, Corey Gamble is not happy with how Donnie dive bombed the 18 to start this race.
not happy at all, and it looked to me, and now I have to go back and watch it, but it just looked like racing to me. But again, I'll go back and watch and analyze and see if I missed something.
Well, you know, them drivers, they forget to realize that from your angle sitting in that car, you can't really tell exactly what happened, you know?
Yes.
That's why it's normally good to keep your mouth shut till you see what happened. But, of course, from where Corey Gamble was probably sitting, all he's seen was the 71 go up and then the 71 go right into the 18.
Yeah,
Just to give him a little bit of...
clarity?
Yeah. My brain went blank. I apologize. Just to stand up for Corey a little bit, because Corey is one of the owners that does the most he can for the FMRA and tries to. I mean, his team is an open book. Anyone can walk in their shop and look around. Corey does no hiding. He tries to keep his drivers fair. I really appreciate how Corey Gamble runs his company, Josh.
I do too, and it's a testament to him as a person. And not only that, he will stand up for other drivers as well. And just he's a good guy.
Yeah, Corey Gamble, somebody that Josh knows pretty well because Aaron did some work for him over there, and Josh, I believe, was a part of that at the time. And so, Gamble Motorsports and Aldridge Racing have always been known for a little bit of camaraderie. And you guys still do that cookout, don't you? You attend the Gamble Motorsports cookout, I believe. I've seen you guys there.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn down that food. That food is mouth-watering good. I'm not going to say no to that.
Yeah, Gamble Motorsports treats everybody right. The other Dodge manufacturers were invited to Dodge manufactured teams were invited to that as well. It was a good time.
Yeah,
everybody involved. Right now, this race has been Austin Kiesler, and I don't think you can name it any other way.
No, you definitely can't.
Donnie has tried his best, and man, some of our best racers, I mean, I feel bad for Brandon Cook. This is the only car he owns for that team, and to not get paying positions is really going to hurt him. But, I mean, he does race for one of the best paying teams in the FMRA, which is Snap-on Racing, outside of the 54 here in the Dash Series. So hopefully he can get some funds to keep that team alive, because I hate to see teams go, Josh.
I do too. I mean, it's never good when a team has to close their doors. It's always a sad situation, and let's hope he can get something going.
Aldridge Racing here, sitting 24th, doing pretty well, but not the day he was really hoping for. I mean, he's dropping back 22. My guess is at some point the 5 and the 54 got into each other. I don't know what else could have happened there. The 19 is fallen back to last again. You see some drivers back here that, like Brett Rainier, he normally was running mid-pack, sometimes up top 5. Chris Michaels back here, that's something odd to me. The 007 of Jackson Beauregard. Snap-on Racing running below top 10 is something you just hardly ever see. The 710 of Chronix High, another driver that you just don't see running towards the back that often. Mike Storm, Tyler Ferguson back here, Rory Thompson. You got Brad Miller still running about 15th. Brett Aldridge looking to make a pass on Billy Ray Dog there. 10 laps in. That means we're 3 laps to go, as Brett Aldridge had an opportunity to pass the 00. What do you think, Josh?
I'm thinking if he gets another opportunity, he'll be right there and we'll capitalize.
Wasn't able to drive it in there like he wanted to. That could hurt here. Trey Fanta now trying to pull away from Billy Ray Dog. You got Bruno and Rich doing their best to get up there, but Corey Gamble on the tail of Joseph Robinson. You got Steven Clark here in 7th. Jarl in 6th, just trying to get up there. Caden Gamble 5th. Barry Sternparts is 4th, and he's starting to catch on the 7, but we're starting to get to the point of no return here. Still a lot of racing left, though, don't get me wrong. Anything could happen.
anything can happen, and I mean, we still got a lot of racing to go, but it's also go time. We have what, 2 to go here?
2 to go. That's right.
I mean, it's time. If you got to move, you got to make it now.
And you already seen Donnie kind of over. I don't even know what to call that first turn. I think he thought his lane was going to be open by the time he got there, and it just wasn't. Miscalculation on his part. But I mean, if he's willing to full send it there, he better start full sending it again if there's anything left in that 71.
Maybe too big of a gap for him to make up, but we'll find out.
Accelerated auto on that 71. The one thing, Heather, I like about G.A.M.E Motorsports is he kind of keeps all of his cars looking about the same. He wants to know where his cars are on that track, I feel like.
That and keeping them looking about the same can, but you know what to look for. You ain't got to worry with other cars looking similar. If you keep your cars looking the same, you know that's my car, and it's not something other teams do, which is unique, and it's what makes G.A.M.E Motorsports G.A.M.E Motorsports.
I think the other thing, he's got to deal with DraftKings that as long as the colors are about right to match his DraftKings cars, that they still pay him a little bit. So don't know how he worked that out, but.
Yeah.
Look at that 71 trying to get up there.
White flag in the air.
White flag is in the air. Will the 71 put it to the bumper? The 18. The 18 is going to go mid-track. 71's going to go high.
He's there.
He's trying.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
The pressure's on Kiesler. If he makes a mistake.
71 used that same dive, only this time he caught him. But the 18, once it starts to get straight, pulling away.
There.
Just the 18 able to get back on that gas a lot faster than the 71. He's got to hope on another dive bomb move here.
And he's pulling away. That turn got him again.
Oh, the 71 not able to hold on to the speed like Austin. Kiesler's going to go middle again. 71's going to the outside. What's going to happen on this next corner? Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he saved it. He stopped a little bit, but that's going to cost him. 71 not willing to put the bumper to the 18 there. Probably doesn't want to get yelled at anymore today. We're coming to the checkered flag. Austin still pulling ahead. The 71's trying his best. But just nothing left in that 71.
Final turn.
And
White flag in the air.
there you have it, folks. Your winner, Austin Kiesler. Second place is Donnie in the 71. Third place is Christian Gunn in the 7. Fourth place is Barry Sternparts Jr. in that 26. You got Caden Gamble in fifth place in the 722. And if you want to know where your driver finished, go ahead and pause, read the screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for you today. Hope you catch us tomorrow for the Sportsman Series, and we'll catch you on the next one.